Welcome, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater. And today we have Dragon Force 65 Racing from Oviedo, Florida. Sponsored by the Central Florida RC Model Yacht Club. And for race 4, our entrants are number 31 Karen, number 29 Steve, number 50 Peg, number 64 Pete A, number 14 Justin, number 44 Daryl, number 77 Bart, and no number Ed, and of course Dick is also in this race. Let's listen to the start.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Ding, ding, ding.
And they're off. Looks like we have a pretty good start. Now remember, they are racing one lap. Looks like number 44 is having a hard time getting across the start. That's Daryl. And there they go. Now remember, there's a mark at each end of the course. They have a very basic course here, a start-finish line and one mark at each end. This is a new club in Oviedo, Florida. And number 29 Steve is in first as he heads around that first mark, followed by number 31 Karen and number 777 Bart, which is also Mahi, that white boat with the 777 on it. And look out, we have a collision as two boats get in there, and you tell me in the comments who you think was at fault right there. And now Bart has went ahead and passed the boat, and he's in second place as they now go down towards the other end of the course. Remember, they're only racing one lap, so this race will be pretty quick. And number 50 Peg is in third place, and Karen has dropped to fourth place. We see Justin right there was in the irons as he then gets the wind as he goes back on port tack. We see that beautiful boat, number 31, with the purple sails as we catch up to the leaders. And there is Steve and Bart battling it out at the front, just like they have every one of these races.
Oh, look at these little boats coming up from behind.
And here comes number 31 starting to catch up. And number 50, Peg, is right up there with the leaders, has the most speed, in fact. But then, just then, Steve gets a good puff of wind as he opens those sails a little bit more. Bart still got his sails in too far, but then he gets it right and gets some power on those sails, and he's coming up towards the lead. Steve, I believe, is still in first place, but Bart's right there. And Steve has been besting Bart around this mark the whole time. Bart has got to give Steve room as they go around the mark, which he does, and they turn. And they're headed towards the finish line. Bart swings out a little bit too wide and loses one boat length on that turn. That's a good thing to look at there, Sail Wars fans. If you go too wide around the mark, sometimes you will actually lose some room on the other boats. As we saw Peg and Karen go around as they're battling for third place. Steve has got a little bit of a lead on Bart as the wind drops off a bit. Can Bart catch Steve? Then here comes a little bit of wind. It looks like Steve caught it first. And they're just feet from the finish line. We can see Steve has tacked a little bit more than Bart. Bart's hoping they get that puff, and Bart does get some wind, and he's coming up fast. Look at how fast Bart's gaining. But then he comes off the tack. He loses some of that wind as we go behind Steve with our cameraman. And it looks like Steve is going to win race 4. Yes, he does. And Bart ends up taking second place again. He comes across in second as we see number 50 Peg inching her way towards the finish line, and she takes third place.
50.
Let's see who's going to take 4. And it's number 31, Karen, who at one point was way up with the leaders, and she drops back to 4th place, but did have a great race, was right on Peg's heels coming to the finish line. Here comes the next boat across the finish line. It's number 43, Dick, who takes 5th place, and no number Ed takes 6th place as the rest of the boats come through. They're off screen, but we're going to catch you up with our top 3 boats in this race. And finishing in the top 3, first place is number 29, Steve. He's won 4 in a row. As second place, number 777, Bart, has taken second 4 races in a row. As third place, number 50, Peg, comes across in third place, and she's finished there a couple times. So if you like what we're doing here at Sail Wars and you want to support all of our volunteers, please subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe to us on YouTube, and you'll be able to keep up with all of our latest videos. And we need your help, webmasters. Please put a link to our homepage on YouTube on your club's website. It'll help all of the people in your club find us. We find out there's many people in the hobby. We go visit their club when they're selling, and most of their members have no clue that Sail Wars even exists. So please do us a favor. Go out and tell your friends about Sail Wars. We do this for the hobby, and that's all. And if you go to our website, please click on the Best of Sail Wars, where we put our very favorite videos. Yeah, that's a great place to see all the best videos. We've now made about 234, 235, something like that. And if you're not a member of a club, make sure you join a great club near you, like the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club. That's a great club up there in Frederick, Maryland. And of course, we love the AMYA. And we love to see new clubs flourishing, like the Central Florida RC Model Yacht Club. This is Sandy Pondwater signing off.